On a dark, wet Monday afternoon, the sky looks very heavy and dark. The sky looks very sad, like it is tired. It looks like the sky is holding many, many tears inside itself. The first drops of rain fell slowly, very slowly. They touched the empty, quiet streets. The rain made little circles on the wet ground. The streets became wet. People walked very fast, running to their homes. Their umbrellas were shaking with the strong wind. Each person was thinking only about going home to their warm bed. But in the middle of that cold world, in the wet, lonely street, a small, brown dog stood alone. He was a very small dog. He had no name for people to call him. He had no home to sleep in at night. He had no family to give him food. He was completely alone in the world. He felt only hunger every minute. He felt only fear all the time. He had the constant feeling of being invisible to people. Nobody could see him, or nobody cared. His brown fur was dirty and wet. The wet fur was stuck to his thin body because of the rain. His small paws hurt from walking on the hard, cold streets every day, all day. His stomach made loud noises, not the normal ones, but the kind that came from days without real food. He had not eaten well for many days. He was very hungry now. He watched the people passing by, one by one. He looked closely at their faces. Some people looked at him with quick eyes for a second and then quickly looked away. Some people did not look at him at all. They ignored him completely. And some people walked around him, moving far away, like he was a big problem in the street. But inside his tired, small heart, there was still a very small light burning. There was still a small hope inside him. He hoped for something good. Every time he looked up at a person, he thought this simple, hopeful thought, maybe someone will stop today. Maybe someone will help me and take me home. He walked around the city, searching hard for something good to eat. Behind the restaurants, he found only bones without any meat on them. Behind the supermarkets, he found old, stale bread that was too hard to chew with his small teeth. Sometimes he found nothing at all, only empty street corners. At night, he slept behind a supermarket, hidden inside a broken cardboard box. The box was old and dirty, it was torn on the sides, and it smelled like the trash around it. But for the little dog, that dirty box was the closest thing to a home he could ever find. He tried to sleep inside the box every night. One night, everything got much worse for the small dog. The weather changed. The rain became very strong. Not just simple rain, but a terrifying storm. Loud thunder hit the sky suddenly, and the little dog jumped high in great fear. The strong wind pushed his small body, and he tried to hide deep inside the broken box. But the cold rain entered from every side of the box. The water was everywhere. The cold water rose all around him. Cold like ice, he was soaked and freezing now. The dog curled up his body tightly. He was shaking so much that his teeth made little clicking sounds. His eyes slowly closed. He was not closing them from sleep, but from complete exhaustion and cold. His last simple thought before closing his eyes was this: I don't want to be alone anymore. He wished for company, and then a small, new sound came from the wet street. It was the sound of footsteps coming closer, someone was walking near him. A woman named Lisa was walking home from work. Lisa was going to her apartment. She was tired from the busy store. Her clothes were very wet from the heavy rain. She wanted nothing more than a hot shower and a warm, dry bed. But then Lisa heard something strange. A soft cry, almost like a whisper in the wind. She stopped walking suddenly. Her heart felt something strange, like a pull telling her to look. She turned her head slowly to look at the dark corner. There, behind the supermarket, she saw two tiny golden eyes shining in the darkness. The eyes were very small, but they were shining brightly. The shining eyes were full of great fear. The eyes were full of deep pain. The small eyes were begging to be seen by someone, begging for help. Lisa walked slowly, very slowly. Her steps were careful and gentle. The dog lowered his head to the ground, expecting her to pass by like every other person. He was used to disappointment from people. He expected to be ignored again. But Lisa did not pass. She stopped completely in front of him. She knelt on the wet ground, letting her jeans get soaked completely by the water. Her hands shook just a little, not from the cold, but from the fear of scaring the small dog away. "Hey, little one," she whispered very softly. Her voice was gentle. "Are you okay, small dog? Please don't be scared of me." The dog lifted his head, confused by the strange kindness. Nobody had ever spoken to him like that before. Nobody had used a gentle voice. His tail moved just a little, a small movement, like a question mark asking why. Lisa slowly took off her jacket. It was her warm, dry jacket. She wrapped the jacket around his cold, shaking body. She covered him completely. The dog froze at first, surprised by the soft, warm fabric touching him. Then he slowly relaxed his body completely. He felt the warmth. For the first time in his whole life, he felt safe and warm, even if just a little bit. She lifted him carefully from the wet ground. She held him softly. He was so light, much too light, in her hands. He was like a dog who had learned to survive on almost nothing. He was very thin. "You are coming with me now," Lisa said to him, almost like a strong promise. "I won't leave you here in the rain. Not tonight, not ever again." She walked through the heavy rain, holding him very close to her warm chest. The dog looked up at her with slow blinks. This is the kind of blink animals give when they trust someone. He did not know her name. He did not know her world or her house, but he knew one simple, true thing. Lisa's arms felt warm, and they felt like home. When they reached Lisa's apartment, she opened the door quickly and put him down gently. She put him on a soft, dry towel. It felt good under him. He looked around the room. The lights were warm and bright. The air smelled clean and good, and there was no danger inside the apartment. He was safe now. She dried him slowly with the towel, talking to him the whole time she was drying his fur. "It's okay, sweetheart," she whispered. "You're safe now. I got you completely." She warmed milk for him in a small bowl. She found old cooked chicken in the fridge. She placed everything in a little bowl, and the dog ate quickly, like he had not eaten in years. Then he looked at her with his soft eyes, and something inside Lisa's heart broke. Her emotions were very strong. Tears filled her eyes completely. She started crying now. She did not know why, but she felt something deep inside, something like love, something like destiny. She touched his head gently with her soft hand. "I am giving you a name now," she said softly to him. "Your new name is Buddy, because you are my new friend." From that night on, Buddy changed completely. He was a new dog. His fur grew soft and clean. His eyes became bright again and full of life. He learned how to run fast, how to play happily, and how to sleep without any fear. Every morning, he followed Lisa through the house. His tail moved like a happy dance. Every night, he slept near her bed, watching her, protecting her from bad things. Lisa saved Buddy from the storm and the cold street. But Buddy also saved Lisa from the loneliness she had felt alone for many years in her quiet life. Her life was a simple routine, empty and quiet. But when Buddy arrived, everything changed in the house. Suddenly, the house felt alive and full of energy. The house was not quiet anymore. One evening, Lisa returned home late from the store. She opened the door. She was frustrated and very tired. But then she saw Buddy. Buddy was waiting with his tail moving very fast, his eyes full of love for her. The whole world felt complete inside that small moment. She dropped her heavy bag and sat on the floor immediately. Buddy ran into her arms quickly and jumped to hug her. She hugged him very tight and whispered a simple truth. "Thank you for choosing me to be your owner." Buddy did not understand her words in English, but he understood her heart and her deep feelings. The little dog who once cried alone in the cold rain now had a warm family, a safe home, a happy life, and someone who loved him more than anything in the world. And every time it rains outside the house, Buddy still looks out the window at the water falling. He looks out, not with fear or sadness, but with great gratitude for his new life, because he knows the rain that almost ended his life, that cold night, was the same exact rain that brought Lisa to him. The rain brought him love and a forever home.